Oh, thank you very much, everybody, and good evening, and thank you. Yeah! And fantastic to be here. What an amazing event. Bloody hell. And we've seen some incredible music already. I mean, that last band, fantastic. Doing that Bruford album, amazing. And it's great to be here. And so we played a couple of tunes there. The first one was Hidden Details, which is the title track of our latest and best album so far after 50 years. I think it's our best, you know. And I'll let you into a little secret, actually. I forgot the tag there at the end. I got so carried away at the end of my solo. I thought that was the end of the tune. So we had to go, what about the last bit?
Play it again.
But it was a nice gap, wasn't it? It was a nice sort of artistic gap. And the second tune was The Man Who Waved at Trains by Mike Ratledge from the Bundles album. Wonderful tune. Great tune. Mike Ratledge. What a gem little tunes he wrote. So I'll tell you what I mean, I know we've Raymond very kindly, the world's biggest authority on James Bond, introduced us, which is pretty amazing. And Raymond, thank you. But I'll just tell you a bit more about these guys before we go on any further. And so where should we start? We'll start over there in the corner with the veteran. I have to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, he got a free cup of coffee the other day. The lady said, "Are you a veteran?" And he went, well, yeah, I think so. So she gave him a free cup of coffee. Bloody amazing. Anyway, he certainly is a veteran of... Well, he's not, actually. This is very interesting. He is, in one sense, a veteran of this band, but in another sense he isn't, and I'm going to tell you why. In 1971, he played on the fourth album, playing some double bass, duetting with Hugh Hopper, and he did the same thing on the fifth. And then 1973, he joined full-time. No, nothing to do with Kevin Ayers. Roy joined full-time, but he left in 1976 in a fury, in a wonderful 70s type band split. You know, lots of bad vibes, and don't worry, there were lots of them, bad vibes and all that sort of stuff. And Roy split. So he split the band. He left and he walked out, and he played double bass from 1976 till we got him back in 2009. And we got him back on the bass guitar, Roy Babington. And on drums, as Raymond said, we're very pleased to have a guy. I realised yesterday when we rocked up here that everybody knew him. So, yeah, exactly. Yeah, okay, don't start clapping yet. I'll tell you when. And so we're very glad to have him as a really, really special guest. And of course, you know, he's an unbelievable legend in this scene, you know, drums, keyboards, everything. So we're really, really glad he's playing with us, and I hope he's enjoying it. And here's, of course, the great Gary Husband. And the youngish man here. There is one line. I try to keep my lines fresh every night, just to hopefully amuse the chaps. The one thing I always say is, if you want to look young, hang around with old people. But then, of course, it doesn't apply anymore because Gary's here. But when we have John Marshall, Roy Babington, and me, you know, Theo does look very young. Anyway, he plays sopranos, you know, tenor, flute, keyboards, laptop, and he joined us in 2006 when Elton Dean passed away, and we kind of. Particularly Hugh and I sort of got together and thought, who should we get, and John, of course, and we'd all played with this guy, and we knew him from also, not just from the jazz world, but from his work with a number of leading progressive artists. So he is Theo Travis.
Thank you very much. And on guitar, man who joined the Soft Machine in 1975 for the great Softs album. And we're going to be playing some tracks from that recording for you tonight, and stayed with them for Alive and Well, and ever since 43 years with the Soft Machine. Now, some of you may know the history of the band. And in 1968, Soft Machine toured America with Jimi Hendrix. I wasn't involved at the time, but I heard great stories from Hugh Hopper about how they'd be squashed in this little van and all the things that went on with Jimmy and the Soft Machine. It's amazing stories. But around the same time, from 1968, Jimi Hendrix was based in London, and John was actually playing with one of his bands at the time at the Speakeasy in the centre of London. And Jimi Hendrix was around, and he actually came up to John, and he was really impressed. He said, "John, that's amazing, I love your playing." So he thought he's great. We think he's great. He is Mr. John Etheridge.
We're going to play another tune from the new album, Hidden Details, and this one is called Life on Bridges.
Well, he actually books me out. He actually throws me out. I've known Chris for like 7 years.